Hey guys, happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Days.
All right.
Hey.
It's Roger and Rosie Hayer and Brittany Daly, and we're really glad to be here with y'all today. And so this is the end of year. This will be the last webinar that we're doing. And how you guys doing?
Doing great.
Good. I was excited to come by today and just tell everybody happy holidays. You guys are about to have beautiful Christmas this year, and it's as beautiful as you're going to make it. And I don't know what to tell you except the fact that every time when we get to slow down a little bit, I get to just have an immense amount of appreciation for having every interaction I have had with all of you. So thank you, wherever you are, whoever you are, however we interacted. I'm grateful for you.
Amen. I second that.
Yeah.
I second that too.
There's a lot to be grateful for. I think gratitude is one of those things that you're talking about right now. And I think it's so important. The one thing that oftentimes I don't hear a lot of people talking about is walking into the holidays with the right mindset, because for some people, they don't have family that they're going to be getting together with, or there's other people who do have family, but they're finding it really hard to get along with them. And so if you just count your blessings and realize how much you have to be grateful for, then you can make it through these holidays. For some people, it's a fun time, and for some people, it's not. It just depends on where you're at. And so I wanted to just mention real quick a few ways that we could maintain a healthy holidays. Are you guys interested in maybe hearing about it?
I'm going to hold you accountable for all of the things you're about to say. You're
Don't
sharing
hold me
it
accountable.
publicly.
These are things that I'm going to be working on. These are the
And
things.
I'm your test. I'm your beta test.
You're my
Where did
beta
you go?
I'm right here. I just want to turn my light on.
Okay. Perfect. So, hey, look, first off, we got to realize that we're neither better or no one's, the whole hierarchy game, right? Like playing that game, like we're better than someone or someone else is better than us. And so that was the very first idea. And so a lot of times what I hear people say is that they are too elevated for this experience, or they're far exceeding this scope of conversation or whatever it is. But just remember that if you have more to offer, that you can nudge people in the right direction. Maybe you can shed some light for them on things that and kind of collaborate during these holidays and not be too rigid, because sometimes the exact thing that we're complaining about is usually present within ourselves if we take a closer look. So while you may be,
It is a very difficult concept to absorb. Bree, like, can we be real? Because Roger reads way more and faster than us. Like, to accept the fact that what we see wrong in others is a part of us that we see wrong with ourselves. And the only way we can say it by pointing the finger outwards. It is the hardest thing to conceptualize and internalize. And once we get it, like I get moments of it, but there are moments I don't even get it. And I'm like not sure if it's projection or it's observation.
No, really. I remember the first time you told me that, I was like, no.
Yeah, there's a denial.
No.
There's a huge denial.
And then I was like, actually, Rosie has something there. And you kind of have to let go and think like, oh, that's why I feel that way.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you have to like do the internal work.
Yeah. And it's not me. It's actually all of Stoicism. Buddhism is all psychology, I'm realizing. And Roger does such a good job reading all the stuff and summarizing it for me. And I'm like, I get to kind of, have a soundboard moment with him about it. I know, Roger, there was this one moment. What was going to say? Yeah. So how do you say the name again? Dostoevsky?
I guess so. Yeah, that's a complicated one.
So that's a complicated one, right? So, Brie, when they read it, I'm realizing like Nietzsche was a student of this guy Dostoevsky, and they have figured this stuff out hundreds of years ago. And how we are reflections of each other, and how it's just what we are inspired by someone is us in them waiting to be claimed, and what we hate in others is sometimes us in them waiting to be loved.
Yeah, I heard this really fascinating idea this morning, and these are like big deals, right? Like this, like, oh man, you feel like you got slapped in the face with some
Mhm.
truth. And the one I heard this morning was that, like, when someone's misbehaving with you, it's a cry for help. See it as a cry for help. And if we're really quick to, if we're quick to make the other person guilty of something, I mean, you got to really handle these things in a more sensitive way, and so that that same sensitivity can be expressed back towards yourself. And I can't help but think of one morning where I got in an argument with Rosie, and then I got in an argument with my son, and I had to take a closer look at it. And I was saying, okay, look, I'm going around pointing my finger at all these people that are in my life. How rigid am I? Am I really being that difficult? Am I hard to deal with right now? And and so I think as long as we go within, because remember, if you look at the Maslow's hierarchy of needs, at the very top is self-actualization, which is uh, seeking to understand more about yourself and life, right? And so we can't get there while we're playing down at the bottom, focusing on just like more fading concepts, like you know, just
What do you think, Brie? Yeah, that's the right point. I like that. Brie?
I mean, I'm in agreement. Earlier, Roger, when you said, you might go to the holidays and think like, oh, I'm better than that person or whatever. I remember there was a time when not necessarily holidays with my family, but like people, I'll be like, I'm better than you, right? And then I realized why I was feeling insecure. That's why I had to say I'm better than you, but it was because I was insecure about something in my life. And so I had to flip the script so I would feel better about myself.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But you don't think
wow.
about it that way, at the beginning, right? When you're younger, you don't freaking know these things.
Yeah,
And yeah, like we're always projecting. And you also said something that was interesting too. You mentioned like, oh man, I just lost my train of thought. You mentioned something, but I was just thinking like we're all like toddlers,
yeah,
or you said if hurt people kind of like hurt other people, if they're
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
projection. It's like a toddler. Like if they're tired or hungry,
Ooh.
they're acting a fool, right? And you're like,
Yeah.
why are you doing that? But if you just stop and okay, whoa, you haven't eaten in a while. You need a snack. And then they're so much happier, or like they need a nap or whatever. We're the same thing. We're all human beings. Maybe we need a little break too. So
Yeah.
giving people grace
Yeah.
and meaning.
Yeah, that's a really good point. I really like what you're saying there, because I think dissatisfaction is its like own thing. Being ungrateful is one thing, but just being dissatisfied. Because sometimes I feel like even people who are high performers and like people that are really out there getting what they want, and they're striving to succeed and everything else, they can hit this plateau, and then in that plateau, they're thinking to themselves, is this it? Is this all that it's meant to be? Like there's like this idea of just not being satisfied. But what you're talking about is way more intense, like the misbehaving child. I remember thinking that way. I was like, how different am I from this kid that's, I think I'm hungry. I think I need a nap.
Feeding people and giving them a place to lay their head. Honestly, we fix these two things, we're happier.
Yeah. So much of life is, we either are dissatisfied or thinking of progress, and it's about maybe finding a happy middle ground.
On a separate note, why is Bree's number on the bottom?
Yeah, I like it there.
Can you write happy holidays?
Happy holidays.
Call me and I'll text you back happy holidays. How about that? If you need someone to call on the holidays, you can call me.
Yeah.
I will answer the phone.
That's really sweet of you to say that. That's something that I think is really true.
Can I say something now? Okay, I don't, this is just 15 minutes with us, just uncandid on holidays. Like every week we were going to do our market update next week. So let's just be humans this week. So there's this one time, um, I don't know what switch just turned on. I spend a lot of time creating in my garage. Like all my creative work is done in the garage. Only when I'm meetings, I have business, I'm in my office and all that stuff, right? So when I'm in my garage, right, sometimes go in this moment of absolute quiet, right? And there is a surge that comes in, like when your brain is empty. And sometimes the surge is to create, sometimes surges to just say thank you, right? And I'll call people and I'll just like randomly leave them a message of what came to my heart. And I think people don't get to experience enough how much you feel the love while giving the love.
Oh,
Mm.
It's almost like the moment you leave a message, right? Like you get messages like from me quite a bit. I know that, and that's where it comes from. And there are a few more people in my life that I have this certain urge to just tell them I love them, and um, and just thank them for having somehow figured out a way to be in this life with me. And I don't know if it's greedy of me on how much I like to experience it, because the amount of love I feel while giving it. And I don't know if there's any other way to feel love except giving it. It's almost like you open a channel, and that's the only way something infinite just travels through you. And it's same for intelligence. It's same for whatever it is that you want to receive. Now, this point in my life, for a glimpse of a moment, I can say I experienced and I understand what it means when wise people have said that you get what you give unconditionally.
Hmm.
So
yeah.
what is y'all's experience?
Raji, me.
Okay. No, so
No, Brie, actually, honey,
but you
Brie.
said something
Let's
the
get.
other day. Hold on, Rosie. So you said something the other day about what love is, and you were saying how it's a no profit, or
Love
it's
is a loss making venture.
a loss making venture.
There is no, if there is a gain in love, I think it's almost a transaction.
It's like lose yourself in love, right?
Yeah. And like I read a lot of Sufism, Rumi, and Sham Tabrizi, all of these great philosophers and poets and writers. And they have no expectation when they love something. Love for another person, a love for your craft, love for just the life around you.
Bree,
Um,
am I cutting
it's a
you off?
loss making venture.
Yeah. Uh, there was another thing. You were reciting a poem the other day, and it was something about the ocean of love, like finding yourself in the ocean of love. And I was like, Rosie, that's so intense because think about it. He's saying love is an ocean, and an ocean is really turbulent, and
Hmm.
it's
And
violent,
deep, and a
and it's
deep.
deep, and it's
And
treacherous.
Brie,
Got
the poem
things
didn't
lurking
say
underneath.
the poem didn't say a river of love or a pond of love or a lake of love.
An
It said
ocean.
ocean. So look at the intensity of what it carries. Like if you're gonna swim an ocean, imagine how much you have to let go.
Yeah. The ocean is kind of scary
Yeah, it's a scary place.
if you really think about it. There's so much we don't know. Same with love. There's so much we don't know about love.
Yeah.
I think the only thing we know about actually, I remember when I had a big death in the family, I had like a moment of obviously grief and everything, but then I started being like, I don't want to love someone this much again because like it hurt too much to lose the person.
Yeah, that's how we close off.
And then I was like, what's the point?
Yeah.
What's the point of living this life if you're not going to love the people around you so much and it's going to hurt like hell if and when they leave, right? Because we don't know what the plans are. But if we don't do that, then
You know what it makes me think of what you just said? That person taught you how to live. And you felt like you were defying what they taught you by
mm,
holding back, you know?
yeah, no, I think so. That's
You know
what,
what is beautiful that I get to use everything Roger tells me later.
Oh, come on. She's
So
gassing me up. Let me tell you, I got a new hype person in my life.
because I just took him downhill before the call.
Yeah,
I'm
right.
building back up.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I don't know. We cannot survive in the same car for longer than an hour. Anyways, so Roger said that in Buddhism, there is someone called Bodhisattva, and he can go around, yell at people, snap at people, tell them exactly how it is. And he earns nothing, no bad karma for doing it. There's only one condition,
Hmm.
as long as he does it with compassion.
hmm
Mhm.
So a mosquito can be a bodhisattva, like almost a reincarnation of the Buddha. I guess I'm really not familiar with the religion. So guys, I'm not talking religion. I'm talking metaphors and psychology, right? So a mosquito that's buzzing around somebody that brings them closer to God.
Yeah.
And when they go around stinging someone, but that mosquito's whole purpose of coming into this existence is for liberation, right? To bring people closer to God. And they can do whatever they want. They're exempt wholly and fully because they're doing everything they're doing with compassion. They might hit you
And I
with
think in our
this, but
society, we wear a mask because we don't know how to be loving and compassionate. And we soften the edges of our words and our intent because we don't know if it is going to land in a right way. But imagine, like with your own child, there is no holding back because in your heart, there's absolute love and compassion for the child. And you tell them exactly what they need to hear.
I was just having this conversation with my friend, and
mm,
biblically, we were talking about how, um, God is love and Jesus is love, right? And so sometimes we as a human being feel that we have to be like nice about
mm,
things.
yeah.
But nice, and you can be kind, but you
mhm,
also have to be truthful.
Yeah.
God had both truth and compassion. And
mm.
Yeah.
just like you were saying, Rosie, with your kid, you can be
To,
truthful. You got to tell them what they have to hear, but you can say it in a loving way. So when you say things with love, even if it's hard to hear, but it's the truth,
yeah.
then I think that that's where the disconnect is in a lot of just communication in general.
I think that's
I was hearing a divorce attorney talk about the same exact thing. He said people separate because they haven't learned how to communicate. And he says what happens is everything gets swept under the rug. So they delay their conflict. And by delaying conflict, we keep sweeping everything under the rug until it swells up into a big bulge. And then it pops like a pimple all over their face. And he used those metaphors, and I thought they were so interesting.
one
Those
thing I
are
can tell you, we do not delay our conflict.
I've learned not to. I like to have it right up front.
He learned.
Win no matter how.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I'm digging my own grave right now. Lord
He
help me.
learned how to not to delay. I had to learn how to wait enough so it's not delayed forever.
Oh.
Well, I think what she's also accepting and more of me every day is that I'm going to go ahead and say it, and that I'm being really vulnerable in the moment when I'm saying what could really rub her the wrong way, and that I'm risking a lot to do that. And then
What is this rubbing the wrong way? Like,
so
where
she's
did we
created
learn
an
this?
appreciation for me just saying what's on my mind, you know?
If I'm going to be in a long-term relationship with you or like Brie, we have been like over a decade together. I cannot imagine having to always worry about the walls I'm going to rub against if I am with Brie. Like, that is such a difficult relationship.
Yeah.
Like, I want to hurry up and arrive at a point where we can both just talk and know that, okay, there is
Well,
nothing at stake.
You know, Rumi says if no one will rub your mirror, then how will it become polished?
Okay, so we gotta wrap up quickly, guys.
Well, guys, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa to whatever it is that you celebrate. We're so happy to spend this time with you guys, and you know, we love you guys and Rivet Real Estate.
And if you, Bree, you want to talk about your deal real quick? You have a deal coming up.
please.
I have a few great deals in Pflugerville, brand new construction, some under 375 deals that are allowing investors. So call me.
And guys, look, I'm only going to say this before we leave, but you could think of the market where however you want to think about the market, you could think whatever you want. But the fact is that I'm seeing more and more reports of institutional buyers buying up real estate. And if you're playing the long game, you want to be in the house for the next 10 years. Don't look at the tip of your nose. Have a broader outlook on things. And affordability is only going to become more difficult over time, especially with these people entering the playing field. And so they want to make owning a house a subscription model. And so I would say, like, we enjoy our privacy.
If you have a home, hold on to it.
Yeah, we enjoy our privacy. The last thing you want is somebody coming in and inspect how you live and poking around and all these things, because that's what they're going to do. And so if you enjoy your privacy and you enjoy home ownership and it's a lifestyle thing for you, reach out to us and we'd love to talk to you about it.
All right. Love you guys. Happy holidays. See you next year.
Bye.
Yes.